This is my key concept, is that, not talking down, not telling Japanese companies what to do. And I'd never really thought about that as such, but now it's sort of my mantra. Well, it has always been, it's just been now out in the open, that being with a company on the board is really important, that you impart your information that you've got that could help them from your experience, but not from a, I did this, you should do this, or I've done this, and you have to change Japan. You have to stop doing that, do it this way. So it's not a telling, it's a showing and an inviting of what perhaps could be done a little bit differently, but never accusational or imposing in that way. And I think that's been a key for me.
Is this like a sort of experience a lot of those companies have dealt with in the past, where they tried perhaps maybe during the economic boom of Japan to have foreign lawyers or foreign advisors come on the board, and those foreign advisors were just like, no, you have to stop, restructure, do this way, that way, and they were like, no.
Well, they normally get that advice from external advisors, right? They would go to their accountants or to tax accountant or to lawyers, external law firm lawyers, and that's where they get advice. So you as a board member are imparting your experience, things that have happened in your life, and through your knowledge of what you've done, your skills, to help them. But the way you do that is so important. The way you sit in a meeting, the way you put your hand up to say something, to wait to be invited to speak rather than just speak, and just cutting the arrogance, making sure you're really humble in the way that you do these things is so critical. Yeah. So I remember in one of my interviews, we didn't even speak about my career past. We talked about my family, what my dad taught me, how my mum interacted with my dad, what kinds of things I experienced when I was growing up. And I grew up in a family with 3 brothers, and what my views were of men and women working together, all kinds of things. So it wasn't an interview about what's the latest law or how would we get out of a situation if an activist investor was approaching us. That's for later. They want to know if I'm the kind of person who can help them, that they can say something that's happened that may not be very good thing that's happened, how I can help them with that. Am I the kind of person who will be able to offer some guidance, but not do it in a way that's accusational and telling them what to do? So they wanted to know about who's this person and can we get on with her?
But that's interesting, because I feel, sorry, I tried to interrupt, but the point you said would be legally not allowed in France, for example. You would not be allowed during an interview to ask such a personal question to someone. You could be sued as a company for asking those questions, which in Japan are not kind of so taboo. Even asking about if a woman is pregnant or intending to be pregnant soon is becoming questionable, but it's not legally forbidden. So in those cases for you, they were really kind of digging into you as a person to make sure that they get not only the lawyer, but also the human board of the company.
Absolutely human. The companies are sophisticated enough. They know where they're not allowed to go. So I didn't have any of those sort of accusational questions. And quite frankly, I wanted to tell them about what it mattered about the upbringing that I had in my home country that has made me the person that I am, and therefore the person that can also help you. And so I think they were shy of those sorts of questions. They didn't go that far, but at the same time I could actually ask them the same questions. And that was really fun, because I could get to know them as a person. Because it's a two-way interview, right? I want to know that I like them and can work with them as well.
So once you clear all those stages and you're actually on the board, you were, I think, one of the first women or the first woman on their board?
On that audit and supervisory board of Fujitsu, yes, the first foreign woman. And on the Toyota audit and supervisory board, first foreign woman. And so Fujitsu is basically the first foreigner who's on as an outside statutory auditor on a board in corporate history of Japan, which is quite interesting.
You've made history.
I have made history.